approaching Long Lake and he did not exit. Going with the flow now.
Copy, I'm just getting on to 694 now.
Okay, he's getting caught up in a little bit of traffic.
King 26 to 51, I'm still with you.
Copy, I'm just getting on to 694 now.
Okay, he's getting caught up in a little bit of traffic.
All right.
And
Backseaters were back, but there was a pursuit going on. 694 and 35W, and I'm gonna
1451, I've just entered West 694 routine speeds.
turn
Correct.
the.
Right lane, I believe, just coming up to Silver Lake Road.
I'm gonna turn the sound up so that
Silver Lake. Nope, he did not take Silver Lake,
you
sorry.
can listen to the pursuit, and then we'll talk.
Freeway speed, so he's behaving themselves. Underneath Silver Lake Road, right lane.
King 23.
King 23.
We have North County dispatch here on channel 1 in case they come back in a privilege.
Okay, they're just coming up to the Matterhorn in the right lane. I don't know if we can try and get a plan together and do what you officers want to do. I'll keep an eye on them. And our airship is interrupted.
Sounds like we may have my details. If you're busy, we'll follow up with that out later. Appreciate your help.
You want me to cancel that?
Got it. I need a little bit too far in front of us for trying to catch up at routine speed, so appreciate your assistance.
So he's just in the center lane at the Matterhorn. Our airship was going to be overhead too, shortly. I guess you want us to kind of monitor.
Well, yeah, if you have here, that's fine. I'm just crossing Silver Lake Road, so I'm a bit behind.
Well, I'll keep it.
Around 7. What do you guys want this guy for? I'm at 57th and U. It's going to be a misdemeanor shoplifting, but I believe the male has felony warrants, known to carry weapons.
One of them's a DOC warrant.
He's at the Matterhorn now, taking off a little bit.
And King Carson. Okay, dispatch, just copy. We're airing it on channel 1.
West 694 from Central, right lane.
So I'm just gonna leave the pursuit up here so you could listen to it.
2800. Those warrants have been confirmed, right? Multiple felony warrants, including DOC.
10-4, they have.
King 26 to state. Our hope is that we can get them stopped in traffic somewhere and box them in.
Metro copies. I'm doing what I can here for you on camera.
We're a ways off. We'll head that way, but the chances that we can get up there are zero unless he turns around.
We've lost him in the traffic between Maine and Central. We've located a couple casings in the alleyway. Suspects are still GOA though.
What's the vehicle description?
Black Impala, heavy 10. He's over in the left, just passing our trooper now. West 694 Main. He's right behind that Kubota excavator in the center lane, to the left of it. 6. Oh no, your target is West 694 approaching Main in the left lane.
Copy West on 694, approaching me.
Back to the left lane. He's under Main, between Main and Eastern.
So they're pursuing the suspect for shoplifting, but he's got multiple felony warrants as well. So we'll continue to head that way until they get him in custody, but he's out in front of us
Okay,
a
the
long
suspect
ways.
Black Impala is going to pass East River Road, so he's committed at least to the river.
But I want you to be able to listen to it.
What is aware of this call?
Number 26, there must be a couple cars behind him, behind a tanker truck here.
Okay, he's between a Telluride, sorry, and a Land Rover in the left lane going over East River right now.
Okay, I'm a little ahead of him here then.
He's over the river right now, between the river and 252 in the left lane.
So we'll
Over
continue
252
to
now.
head that way in case he
over 252.
makes a U-turn, which does
Center
happen. Sometimes they will get off and then get back on going the other way
Got it here.
if they're more familiar.
Passing officer.
Looks like we're committing southbound 100.
January 26th, southbound 100.
January 26 plate's going to be Henry William 490.
January 26th, apron, that's going to be the confirmed plate.
Copy. Is anyone with me or is it just me here?
Tank cars?
Two of us are just coming up to the split here at 106.94, or correction, 252.
Two King 26 0, Coon Rapids Supervisor on L-Tech 1.
1409, sir. If the car takes off, we're not going to pursue. We'll head back to the city.
Copy that. Can we get permission to just use our lights to get caught up to this though?
Yes.
Westbound Earl Brown from Summit.
Follow you, 26.
So,
January 26 southbound John Martin.
so the vehicle got off the highway over by the old Brookdale Center and is now on the side roads.
Coon Rapids, 2 King 26. Can we get directions from Highway 100 southbound?
Northbound 100 from 57th. Station Oak, your target's north 100 from 57 now, heading towards 694.
So he did get
Copy, not in
off,
pursuit. Trying to catch up again.
turn around, and he's coming back up Highway 100 now.
Floods back 2586 English Street.
So
Road 2694 on camera.
January 26 looks like he committed 694.
so he's coming back this way, 694. You can only go eastbound on 694 at that spot. Westbound takes you over the highway, so hopefully he will come back.
I know cars traffic is backed up at 694.
Our way, but we will see. Again, he's wanted for a misdemeanor shoplifting, but he's got multiple.
Your Impala's
felony
over
warrants.
252 now. He's egregious. He's in and out of traffic, patching on his shoulder.
Coon Rapids, 2 King 26. We're not going to be able to catch up to this. Coon Rapids cars are going to be out of it. Returning to the city. Thanks.
Okay, one last update to northbound 252.
All right, so he went northbound on 252. That's going up into the Brooklyn Center,
Ridley's out of it now too.
Brooklyn Park area, so it's no longer coming towards us. So
Gilbert County copies Vehicle last seen northbound 252. We'll be dropping the patch, no longer in pursuit.
So all those cars have discontinued. Part of that's for safety reasons because it sounds like they know who the bad guy is and
Was the helicopter overhead?
they can charge him.
Your brake's overhead. He's stuck in traffic right now. Your brake, stick with him. The Ramsey County will pick him up at the border. Brake. Westbound on 252, 66th Avenue.
176167, see your complainants in front of Bank of America on University.
Again, right around Camden Avenue North.
Go ahead.
You brake, man. Put me on traffic.
Affirmative. Go ahead.
So he's making some evasive moves. Probably
Right into that housing development right to the west of Holiday.
Yep, we did. He's going to come to a stop here. I'll get you an address.
So I don't know, we're still a ways off, but we'll head that way because it sounded like the sheriff and Sergeant Suki are both headed that way. Helicopter's up, so if he bails out of the car, they should be able to see him. And
Do narcotics threatening residents.
even if we can't set up a perimeter in time, we will be able to recover the vehicle.
766th Avenue in Ridley. He's going to be boxed in there. He's just coming to the north side of the garage. I think that's what it is. He's just on the north side of it.
Continue to the area until he's in custody or is lost, and we'll see what we can do.
Still around. He's just circling that garage. Right now he's on the south side of it. Now he's back southbound on Cameron Drive. You can send me that stuff.
Okay, one more request from that. 30.
So we're going to continue that way. I have a feeling he's going to make his way back to the highway before we get there, so we want to be in a position where we haven't driven past him. Helicopter's up.
He's still sitting on Cameron Avenue North. What city is that in?
get up to where we can get off,
Okay, start first.
hopefully, and
Checking out on wheel now.
the right area. I don't know if you can see, but above that bridge is the helicopter. But we still have to go on the other side of the river.
They're across with cameras.
And
He'll be one block west on 66, 252.
164.
164.
Clear assisted, and I can put it to Amy.
if you have a big screen, you might be able to see the
39.
helicopter up
Probably
there.
I'll suck as high as I can. I can go to that.
As you can see, the traffic's pretty heavy, so I'm trying to do this safely. Darn it.
2033. One 16816 at Watana Circle for a gas line that was cut in the backyard. Fire smoke.
Ah, fuck. That
1543.
isn't gonna work. Pardon my language there for a minute, but I almost...
Coon Rapids PD to state helicopter.
What's your break, man?
Where are we at with this vehicle? We got two Coon Rapids cars in the area. We're at Camden and 66.
Okay, make your first left. Right there, guys. I can see you up right there. Make your left. And make another left and go down past the garages. I think that might be the car at the end of it. Right there off to your left side. Just let us know if that's the correct vehicle.
I think I'm using Apollo, but not the right one. Mary Victor Paul 399.
Ah, shoot.
Okay. Yep, the other one we lost right off of Camden Avenue. It sure came back out southbound. We didn't see where it went from there. That was the only other one we were able to track under the trees here near that.
So it sounds like the black Impala they were
We'll start checking the area.
following with the helicopter was not the right one, but they lost
The
it in
last
this
spot that was
area.
at 766th Avenue. So the squads that are running north right now, if you can get to that other, looks exactly like the building you're sitting next to, but it's just straight north of you. He circled back quite a bit before we lost him in the tree.
By 6.
258. 258. Any other spots 1700 EOT?
So we're gonna keep looking over
2
here
Freight Tango, we're in negative.
in this area for that
Copy.
suspect vehicle.
Any other spots?
Make a left into that lot there, and then make a right by the garages and check another one that's up on the right side there in that parking lot. Yep, there you go. Turn left, go straight west.
The one on 1600 block of Bank, or
Yeah, the one that just went to the lot. Yep. And make your first right there along the garages and check up there on the right side. That was the other car that we had.
On that.
The one going northbound, I think the other car we were looking at is right up in that spot.
That's what that's our vehicle.
All right, we had one person on foot that got out of that one. They went south and east under the trees. We lost them for a period of time. Then they got near that apartment complex, that one that goes east and west. And that was the last time we saw that guy. So he may have gone into that apartment complex right there in the townhouses.
Negative.
1451 was a black male.
Couldn't be
longer
more
hair,
fucking lost.
shave maybe towards the bottom.
well.
He's wearing a black hoodie.
Car's over there somewhere, but I don't know.
All right,
I
well,
guess he got out on foot, but
all right, well, we'll see.
144. 144.
So we're gonna check through this area here really quick. Again, pardon my language, but the car's over the next building over, and we're gonna see if we can't find them back in here.
58. Working 43 to Anoka.
4224 to SWAT on this detail. I had somebody flag me down, stated that a black gentleman ran west from the apartment complex towards the Holiday. The vehicle was in that parking lot. AR-15 magazine has been found in the front seat of the vehicle.
One 58 GLT.
Copy.
And 1442 to you calling 2800.
1443 I was. Can we get a North Star? I believe it's 878 Camden, I believe. Also have a suspect description. He was last seen wearing a red and white track jacket or Letterman jacket, blue hat, blue jeans, black shoes.
Timber, can I get that address again in Camden?
I believe it's 878 Camden.
For 1648.
Pops up on our computer as 700.
Copy possibly 700 Camden, 1648.
Sorry, 766th Avenue North.
Can again car verify that location before we call North Star?
Yeah, I'll look into it.
648.
Ramsey 2007. Resident said he jumped the fence behind 866 and ran eastbound, then jumped a gate, and he's in the wooded area northeast. Did you copy that?
Another copy, and resident stated the suspect jumped the fence at 66, then ran eastbound and jumped a gate into the wooded area to the northeast.
Copy.
1649.
And 1443, just FYI, the VIN does not match the plate.
1443 copy, 1649. Copy, 1650.
Go for it.
1650.
So, with evidence.
Okay.
1 in custody.
Heavy.
right. Well, a nice resident explained to us which way he ran and the fence that he hopped. I was able to transmit that. So hopefully the cars could go look for him that way, a little further east than where we are. So we are currently in the city of Brooklyn Center. Back in here is where the car was.
5961.
So you could see that back here.
Still out on that shoplifter. Should be.
We could get a squad at North 5th Street, 62nd, or 67th Avenue to cover that east-west road, and I'll keep looking in the woodland.
And I'm gonna head back
Happy
over
Leader Squad,
towards
67th Avenue.
towards the area where she said he ran. There are squats back here with the car. So it's very unlikely that he would flee back.
Making contact with the Holiday 61.
Sounds like a squad's making contact with a potential suspect here at the Holiday Station. So we'll see what we got back here.
Go ahead. You can clear those advice. You can send the POC to myself at 189.
So this is the wooded area where she said that she'd seen him.
1443 to 2800.
It looks like there's squads out
Got a confirmed address.
working through there.
66. Start north side, please.
So I'm gonna sit back here
Sorry, that was 87866.
in case he flees through this area.
1623.
on outside one.
3216, you're on scene.
Looks like the suspect took off a red sweatshirt north of Holiday, unknown where his location is.
Copy, red sweatshirt was lost or taken out for the Holiday. I know the suspect is 1653.
Alright.
You would
Holiday.
4455 10 will be clear for it.
So we are waiting
2363.
to see. It looks like they got K9 out. There's officers out.
2363.
Suspect dumped
Suspect for an assist at 34.
red hoodie back here somewhere.
Caller will be waiting a light. Should
So-
be available in the parking lot. He's requesting assistance for custody exchange.
2363, copy. 2267 in the back.
1655.
So as you can see, there are a number of jurisdictions that are out here. Coon Rapids PD, where it sounds like this started, Anoka County, State Patrol, Ramsey County, Brooklyn
Area
Center.
6 and report on dangerous condition of female under the influence. Keeps walking in the street. White female, 5 foot, heavy build, wearing a black shirt and black pants.
What's up?
1656.
And we will see if they can flush him out here somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying to see if they've sent out a picture yet.
2364.
3 code BIC, licensed.
Copy of 1656.
What is 16 State-Port?
Do we have a picture of this guy?
Right, good. Information for everybody on this, that the vehicle is a stolen vehicle out of Minneapolis. The magazine that was found inside of the vehicle appears to be an airsoft gun magazine. Just FYI.
All right, so the car he was in was stolen out of Minneapolis. There was a gun magazine found inside the car, but that...
Coon Rapids, just in case you haven't heard this, the plate is stolen from the car in St. Paul.
King 26, I copy that. We are also looking to confirm that the original suspect we thought we had might actually be in custody, so this party might be totally separate from who we originally believed he was.
$380.
So 380 or 380?
380.
380, copy that. Excellent.
Copy 06 to copy. Arlington and White there. Caller reporting a 16-year-old was hit by a vehicle.
Hey, boss.
Suspect vehicle.
Should I mute?
Hey, good work. Pardon me?
Do you want me to mute?
No, it's fine.
Can you give me a phone number, please?
So, in 1 minute, I'm going to show the viewers the car that the plate was taken off over here in St. Paul.
Okay.
Just to show the nexus with what you're doing over there and what happened, the crime over here, because it makes it pretty clear the crime is very mobile.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
Let me just take it for 1 minute. I'm just going to show them the car. It's parked over here at Snelling and Taylor.
Okay.
And then I'll send it back to you.
All right.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Give me 1 minute here. You ready?
Yep.
It's the plate's HHW 490, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Just tell them you're going to send it to me for a minute.
All right. So everyone probably heard that, but the sheriff's going to take this for a minute and then and show you the car that it was taken from. I don't know if you saw, but Nicole's out here too.
Hey, backseaters, I just wanted to show you how crime is all connected here in St. Paul, Coon Rapids, Minneapolis, Brooklyn Center. So while Mike was over there helping them pursue that car, Nicole Sparks ran the license plate through license plate reader, thinking that might tell us where the suspect might be headed. And the license plate reader system we have is actually a private system that the tow truck companies run. They read all the plates and they throw them into a database and then they let us access them. It's an amazing system. But here we are right on Snelling and Taylor. Snelling and Taylor, and you can see the car, very similar car, same exact license plate that was being pursued in that pursuit that Mike went to. Here it is sitting in front of Snelling and Taylor. And when she ran LPR, she said, oh, the car's there. So the first thought was, hey, maybe the suspect's going to return to that location. So Mark Suki began checking the area. And at the same time, the plate was found up in Brooklyn Center. It was, Suki found it here, which of course, Mark investigated and found the front plate was gone. So the front plate was gone from the car here. It's obviously stolen. And the crooks are getting smart enough to put them on similar looking cars. So the registration comes back similar, but the VIN, the vehicle identification number, did show that that car was stolen from Minneapolis. So great job by Mike Martin being out there helping search for the suspect. Great job by Mark Suki and Nicole Sparks. And it's Darren McDonald there out in front of me. I'm going to send you back to Mike in a minute. But if every once in a while people say, well, what's he doing over there? Well, what he's doing over there is arresting a criminal that stole the license plate from here. And also he had several warrants, of course. Several other warrants. So I'm going to send you back to Mike. And better let Mike know it's coming back.
All right, I'll take it back.
There you go, buddy.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Rapid PD, all agencies involved in this.
All right, I'll take it back. All right, we are back over here. Hold on. So I'm over here. I was just talking to Deputy Nicole Sparks, and Brooklyn Center's finest are out here, having searched through the bushes. This was definitely a confusing call and a pursuit, but we got the vehicle, the stolen vehicle. Suspects still in the wind. They're unsure if it's the guy that they originally thought it was or someone else, but they will swab the vehicle and do DNA and fingerprints and hopefully determine who was actually in possession of the stolen vehicle. But another good example of all of the squads, the different agencies working together. That was just a Coon Rapids PD officer that I waved at. If you look ahead of us here, you'll see the Top Golf facility. I suppose while I'm over here, since I am kind of a tour guide, I should drive you by the Top Golf. It's quite the fun place to go if you have an outing.
Be advised that given all the history of violence on the porch with two females, caller is in the basement with a motel. And that has been started.
So the good thing is everybody's safe. Nobody got hurt. That's the beauty of the helicopter. They could kind of back off and let the helicopter track the vehicle till it stops. And then everybody can move in. Unfortunately, there were two very similar looking cars backing this area, and it took 2 tries to figure out which one was the right one. But we're here by the Top Golf facility here in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, and I'm gonna do a quick U-turn. You can rent out bays here and drive golf balls and have all kinds of competition, and they have food and drinks and everything you need to have a good time out here. So now we're gonna head back to the other side of the Mississippi. But I know I haven't looked at the comments, but I'm guessing there's some good questions in there about why we pursue, why, our agencies would all be together. Well, as you saw, cars stolen in Minneapolis, license plate stolen off the car in St. Paul. Then they go to Coon Rapids and do a shoplifting, and you have a fugitive who's got warrants from our Department of Corrections for violating parole. So that's why we all team up. That's why we monitor metro-wide and statewide channels, is so we can all pitch in together, because crime crosses jurisdictions, and when we don't work together, the bad guys get away with it. So granted, we may not have caught the bad guy this time, but we got his car, we got whatever he stole, and he knows now that we're on his tail. So, and that's that's half of our job, is to let these bad guys know that if you do something wrong, we are going to pursue you. So we had a really good meeting earlier today about multi-agency cooperation to reduce violent crime, and I think I don't want to jump any guns with some of the things we talked about, but it's nice to see leaders from different agencies across the metro area committed to working together to reduce violent crime in our area. So we're headed back eastbound on 694, and we're gonna we're crossing the Mississippi right now. For those of you who are from the south, you would be astonished at how narrow the Mississippi is up here, and it gets bigger and bigger and wider as it goes south. But we just crossed the river, and we're now in the city of Fridley, which is a suburb kind of in the middle of the northern part between Minneapolis and St. Paul. Sits Fridley. We've been there before on different pursuits and apprehensions that we've had, so you've probably heard of Fridley before. And then we will go into New Brighton, which is the first agency that we'll encounter in Ramsey County. So I had to mess with my camera a little, so you got a little better picture.
New message.
So I had the pleasure last week of being in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Beautiful area there, beautiful lake, lots of cool houses and boats and resorts on the lake. And meeting with gang investigators from across the country who were there to talk about how we could do our jobs better and to learn from each other. I was fortunate enough to be able to teach about how to testify in court and how to present what we know and the documentation that we have in court. There were other instructors who taught about everything from the cartels, and Robert Alamonte did a tremendous job talking about the cartels and cartel violence and drug trafficking, human trafficking, outlaw motorcycle gangs. Trying to think of some of the other things, but it's a tremendous opportunity to get together and discuss what we can what we can learn from each other to make our jobs a little better, a little more efficient, and allow us to be a little more effective at reducing violence related to gangs and drug trafficking organizations. So and for those of you who watch the series Ozarks, it's nothing like that. I mean, well, it kind of was as far as the beauty of the lake and the boats and all that stuff, but I didn't see any actual murders or that while I was down there. So we're now in the city of New Brighton, going eastbound on 694. New Brighton and Mounds View are kind of the far northwest corner of Ramsey County, just before it goes into Anoka County.
Email, check your mailbox, please. Where on last backpack, let's see what's going on right now.
Some people have asked me before, why don't you turn your lights and siren on and go code 3 all the way from downtown St. Paul all the way up here? Because it's not safe. It's safer to just kind of drive at the highway speeds, wait and see if the suspect's going to turn around in that pursuit. But once you turn your lights and siren on, people sometimes forget how to drive around you, and they're pulling over and actually blocking you and slowing down your traffic as opposed to speeding it up. So I'd prefer to try to stay at a safer speed until I know that I'm in a position, that I'm in a position where I can, if I speed up, I can help out. If an officer's fighting with somebody or there's an actual pursuit that I'm close enough to get into and be effective.
Running eastbound towards the wooded area. I think that's where he's currently homeless.
So now it sounds like St. Paul on the east side has something going on.
Results still. If anyone else is coming, they can either cancel or slow. We're just going to continue to check the area.
So I'm not sure if I'm confusing two calls there. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but sounds like St. Paul had a suspect that they were chasing, but they got one in custody now on the east side.
I'm arriving. Do we have an update of where they're at? Copy, thank you. Sure.
We're back. We're driving through Arden Hills, which is one of our contract cities. On our way back to the area around St. Paul.
The original caller is no longer on the scene. 373.
Last year we had a carjacking here in Arden Hills, a real freak occurrence. This area is really not known at all as an area where crime occurs, and other than just minor stuff. And a lady
I've gone up and down this street a couple times and I haven't seen anyone, so.
A lady was carjacked in the basement of an office building, and the suspect forced her to drive kind of a circuitous route around St. Paul and back into Minneapolis to get to a bank, and then he forced her to take money out at gunpoint, and then he eventually got out of the car and left her. Our carjacking and auto theft team just did a tremendous job, along with our intel team and some other folks, to track the suspect after he got out of the car on private cameras, public cameras, until they found a store he went into. And from inside that store, they were able to get a really good surveillance video showing his face, and then we're able to work to get him identified, and he will be facing federal trial coming up here soon. It was supposed to go this month, but got pushed back, and we'll get him held in custody where he should be. Let's see if I can move this over here a little bit. Eastbound on 694. We're going to go south on 35E here into Little Canada. And see what we have cooking in this part of the county.
364, copy, thank you.
Northbound Snelling from Midway behind the vehicle. Guys have felony warrant. The RO's got a felony warrant. Blue Ford Taurus, Frank, X-ray boy 101. Is anybody close?
Sergeant Suki's following a vehicle. The registered owner has a felony warrant. We are quite a ways away, but we will try to head over that way in case the vehicle flees, so that we're in a better position to help intervene.
Wait, 1623.
29 Gardens for you.
Get behind it, I got a car in front of me just blocked me unintentionally. Just, you know, blue car. I think it's start from 755, sure, for medics. Email having mental health issues.
So he's north on Snelling, which would come out eventually to Highway 36 if the guy went northbound. But
How do you want one? Let's just stop it. We can stop right here.
Here we go.
Stopping, just sold the road fund.
Vehicle possible fine on it.
so the vehicle's stopping. That's a good sign. We'll know pretty quickly if the driver's being compliant, and otherwise we're headed that way.
I'm going to be out with comp right now. They're stating male is currently walking eastbound on Cook. It's going to be a black man wearing all black, black hat. Looks like medium dress with green tips.
Thank you.
A good sign that we haven't heard an update. It probably means they're taking him into custody, but
1957 Fremont, child father,
again,
your door
we'll
down. David Anderson, black male.
keep heading that way until we know for sure.
Sounds good. Let me clear. Squad 510.
510.
The 510 you change is close to a PCN, but not be a rocket NDT. Good now.
That's what I'm
6744 for medics. 276, we're just going to be clearing the garage. We don't need the air.
So we're going to take Snelling here and then go down to where Sergeant Suki has that car stopped. Make sure he's okay and see if he needs any assistance down there. Rosedale Mall.
Nothing number suspicious, 144. Three two one.
321.
You give a call back and get clarification on the address. This place is not going to be it.
Copy.
Thinking it's possible that he already cleared this because it was the wrong suspect and I just didn't hear it. Or it was blocked out because we were scanning other channels.
$91.75. I'll be out with Mary George Adam 872.
Captain Flight 1747.
Six, Roger, Cross 4, ground is clear.
Customer at 768.
So looks like he's clear already, and I missed it because I was coming from so far away, but that's a good sign.
Two 276, the rear house window is wide open. We're going to be stepping and clearing the house.
it's a beautiful day here in Minnesota, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier. Right now it says it's 56 degrees. It's been sunny all day. Trees are starting to turn. Of course, more up north than they are down here, but soon we'll have our beautiful fall trees.
279.
Minnesota really is a beautiful place in the fall until it starts to get below zero and snow, and you're freezing your booty every time you go outside. So, but I think our beautiful fall colors is kind of like an apology for what it's about to be in a couple months, when we have snow that won't melt and ice and the lakes are freezing over, and it can get a little dicey. So, on the bright side, I've never had a rattlesnake on my front porch. I've never had an alligator come into my backyard. And what else? The winter kills a lot of the bugs, so we don't get as many roaches and other issues. Yesterday, my good friend Tom Johnson helped me work on my boat trailer. I had a big old tree fall on my boat trailer and basically destroy it over the summer, and
5185
I have to fix it so we can get our boats out of the water. We use that to get our boats out of the water and store it up on the shore. And he was over helping me yesterday. Just a tremendous neighbor to have. And he got to see me do one of my tricks, my stunts, falling off of the trailer, rolling onto the driveway, skidding up my knee, and
510 23 at that AC.
Acting like I'm a professional, like I do that all the time. The key isn't how bad you fall, it's how, you hop back up and pretend like it didn't faze you. Although it did kind of faze me. I had to sit down for a second. But
you can clear this unfounded and we can take it back.
So it's relatively quiet. I hate to use that word on the radio right now.
431
going on.
for disorderly neighbors banging on the collars, door and verbally threatening the caller. Suspect named white male named Mark in his 60s, lives in Unit 4.
No.
1736.
We're going to go south on Rice from Larpenter. definitely changed over the last few years. You now have your first Korean food market, and they closed down the last strip club in the city of St. Paul, the Lamplighter, and they're really working to clean up that area where you drive into the city. Actually, 3 cities meet on that corner: Maplewood, Roseville, and city of St. Paul. I apologize for the later start than we had posted. We were having technical difficulties for some reason. My camera phone was not working, was not connecting to allow you to be able to see me. And
medical evaluation.
it took us a little while to get it going, but fortunately we got it going before the pursuit came down.
What's it go?
167.
I believe that we were out here yesterday or maybe the day before. I think it was called a thumb stick. Can you just kind of give me
I
a
saw
brief
some little girls just waved at me. I have
summary
a
of what
feeling
that entitled?
they are backseaters because of the way they waved at me. So thank you for watching, young ladies. I barely saw you out of the corner of my eye, but
14-year-old called to
I
report
appreciate it.
mother and father were verbally arguing, nothing physical. Not say as well, clear to fire. Also said mother has a suicidal ideation.
We're gonna go eastbound on Maryland.
You're welcome. 1789.
Here, primarily so I can avoid the bumpy roads down further down on Rice. I don't mind going down there, but
Not that Applebee's 1018 Meadowlands Drive. It's just managed the 50-year-old male with big passing out.
I don't need a shake right now.
This should be a deal for everybody. So it's 372 and 373.
It's a busy day at the Sylvan Park soccer fields with looks like a lot of youth soccer practice going on there. It's good to see those fields get used. It's good to see the kids involved in positive activities with good adult role models. I'm assuming good adult role models who can help teach them about sports and teamwork and discipline. I'll stay live with you here for a little bit longer while I head towards my next commitment that I have to be at.
Cleared advise with 260 and then send us 277.
If anything happens on the way, well, then we'll have it live. So we're going to head back north here on 35E. I really appreciate all the people that sent me messages that were concerned last week because I wasn't around, but like I said, I was at that conference in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks, and learning and making contacts that will hopefully help us do a better job here in Ramsey County. We also had a number of staff members go to Denver with the county attorney's office and a number of other folks to look at how they address non-fatal shootings. And in other words, any shooting where someone's hit by a bullet but they don't die, which oftentimes can be the most difficult to investigate and to prosecute because victims and witnesses aren't cooperative. And Denver PD's been doing a really good job of clearing those cases, and we were able to send some folks out there to learn how that works and what they've learned from that. And I think at some point you'll definitely get to hear Sheriff Fletcher talk about what they've learned and what's important, and the strategies they use, the technology that they leverage. To allow them to improve their clearance rates on those cases, which in turn they believe is helping reduce their homicides as well. One of their keys, you've heard me and the sheriff and others talk about repeatedly, and that shot spotter, knowing right where the shots are fired, being able to recover those shell casings, tie them to other shootings and to guns that have been involved in other incidents or have been recovered. And that's a big part of what they do to improve their success rate in Denver. And Minneapolis has ShotSpotter. It's a tremendous tool over there, but we don't have ShotSpotter here in St. Paul or in Ramsey County. Generally, you have to put it up in an area where you're more likely to have shots fired. And in Ramsey County, that would best be in the city of St. Paul. And otherwise, you have shots fired and you send 3 or 4 squads to the area. They're looking around. One person says it was, sounded like it was west of me. Another person says it was someone actually sees the person shooting, you're lucky to be able to find any shell casings. With ShotSpotter, it will tell you within a few feet where those shots were fired, and then you can recover the casings. Hopefully look at video from either public safety cameras or private cameras in the area, so it makes a big difference. Alright, well, I'm going to let you go now. I appreciate your sticking with me. I'll most likely be back on Friday. If not, you may see me on Wednesday. So thanks for sticking in there. I really appreciate it. Please try to be kind to each other and to the people you meet. Remember, everyone you meet is fighting some battle that you know nothing about. So give them a hug, give them a smile, be kind to people, and we will all live in a much better place. Thank you.
I can take that hang up.
Hey, I'm done.
4446.
What's that?
I will turn you off.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Bye.
Okay, you take us off 499 call and we can